Welcome back to Quarantine Corner. Today we're going to continue a segment we began a while back called Mission Talks. Today's conversation is with Will and Katie Boggs. Will and Katie are the founders of a nonprofit ministry called Raising a Voice. Raising a Voice works with exploited and abused women here locally in Knoxville and also abroad in Argentina and Kenya. So without further ado, here's my conversation with Will and Katie Boggs. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm doing well. I just have a few questions for you today. This is part of our Mission Talks series, and we did some global mission talks, and now we're moving into some national and local connections and partnerships that we have. And so I thought this is a great one to start with. So this Katie and Will, why don't you guys introduce yourselves a little bit and tell us about your ministry, the name of your ministry, of course, Raising a Voice, and just give us kind of an overview of what ministry looks like for you all.
Yeah, so our ministry is focused on anti-exploitation, anti-human trafficking. So we have 2 overseas locations, one in Kenya, working with teenage moms that are vulnerable to being exploited, and one in Argentina that's a safe house for women that have been trafficked. And then here in Knoxville, Will and I do direct ministry to women in prostitution or other sexually abusive situations, and in our drop-in center right off Cherry Street.
Absolutely. That's good. And the second question I have for you is, what has life and ministry looked like for you guys since COVID hit, and what's that kind of looked like for the ministry, both locally there in Knoxville and then also globally in those efforts? Can you give us an idea of what that's looked like, and
Yeah.
share with us what's new?
So globally, it's looked a lot different. In Kenya, they restricted a lot of travel, and we kind of switched our efforts to really being able to invest into not only the teenage moms but to the family units as a whole. Really being able to offer them food, offer them some help with rent, utilities, being able to use the facilities, the toilets in the slum area that they live, is a big, huge help for them. So that's largely what we've been doing. In Argentina, our team's kind of in complete lockdown. The country's pretty much shut down. And so they've been helping with a lot of counseling. They've been leading a lot of Bible studies virtually, and helping some of the women that they can reach with food, because there's a lot of these women that have moved out of the safe house, but still now are learning to function in a new apartment, in a new situation with their kids. We're hoping to support them as much as we can so that they can return to life somewhat normal after all this COVID and the lockdowns finishes up in Argentina. But here locally, we really took the opportunity at the beginning when things had to be shut down, the beginning of, I guess, March, right?
Mm-hmm.
To really think and pray, what does our local outreach look like, and really take this opportunity since we're shut down to see what we want to change. And we really, with the affirmation of our board and just kind of through prayer, decided that we were going to move out of the drop-in center space that we were leasing about 2 blocks from here, and really felt led to purchase this new drop-in center house that we're in now, that will allow us to provide some more services and support to the women, but it also just makes it a more conducive environment for us to welcome volunteers, for us to welcome the women, one that they can feel comfortable and feel like they're at home.
Yeah, some new things that we're able to do here is we started a clothes closet. So all women's clothes, shoes, hats, that kind of stuff. So they can come and kind of shop. We have a full bathroom facility. So we have shower signups for women, especially those that are living on the street or in situations with not reliable running water, and then laundry services as well. So they're able to come and do their clothes, and we provide detergent in the facilities here, and they just sign up during the week, and that's all new things that we weren't able to do at our previous location that we've been able to add since moving in about 3 weeks ago.
Those were probably the 2 top services requested. So we're happy this new space that we'll be in, longer term, since we own it, it allows us to meet those needs of the women. So
that's awesome. Why don't you share with us too how people can get involved? So you mentioned this is more conducive to volunteers coming. What's that look like? Are there different levels of volunteering there for raising a voice at the drop-in center and so on?
Yeah, so we accept volunteers at our drop-in center Monday and Thursday mornings. We're open 9:30 to 12, and to do that, you need to go through a training, or we do outreaches every other weekend, or just when events are going on and it's a good time. So you can send an email to katie@raisingavoice.org and get on the email list for either one of those things or both. And then we're always accepting donations of all hygiene products, cleaning products, and women's clothes.
And the next training for volunteers for the actual volunteering in the drop-in center will be in July.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's coming up. And a little shout out to our coffee shop. If you like coffee, we're also opening a coffee shop. So come check that out. That supports our ministry too.
Yeah.
It's a great way to get involved.
And we'll, of course, have links to all those things in the description of this video too, so people can go and find you guys and discover everything you're doing and how they can get involved. Last question I have for you is just how can we pray for you on 2 levels? I think on the first level, how can we pray for your ministry and just raising a voice as a whole? But then secondly, how can we just pray for the Boggs? How can we pray for you guys as a family? So yeah.
I think our ministry is just trust building here. The drop-in center is kind of a foreign concept to a lot of people, and we don't have any expectations for women or requirements before they come in here. And so just continual trust and just open hearts towards what we're doing, and understanding and seeing that God's presence is known and everyone can feel it coming out of this house, I think is a big one for the ministry.
Yeah. I would say with COVID, there's been a lot of increased vulnerability as people have lost jobs and all of those things. And we love the people of East Knoxville, but we're also aware that there's always been a lot of need here in East Knoxville, and COVID has only furthered that need as people have lost jobs and as situations have changed and as life hasn't been normal as we would have previously known it.
Right.
So I think personally, just rest and energy. I mean, this is a large season. We just moved, opened the drop-in center in its new location in the past couple of weeks. Our coffee shop is currently in renovation. And so it just takes a lot of energy and strength out of the both of us to just make sure that everything's moving forward and progressing. So yeah, a lot of energy and strength, but also just the opportunity to decompress and rest at the same time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good. Well, we'll definitely be praying for you guys and excited for how God is moving in your ministry and in your life, and excited to see what opportunities for ministry the drop-in center opens up there in Knoxville. What a blessing. And thanks for taking the time to share with us about everything going on. And we love you. We're praying for you. And so thanks a lot.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Love you, Fairview.
If you'd like to find out more about Raising a Voice and how you can get involved, I'll have all their information linked in the description of this video. Be sure to tune in right here each Monday for more resources just like this. I'll see you next week.